Yeah, some breaking news to bring you regarding Anthony Joshua. He's been involved in a serious car crash in Nigeria. Now, Reuters news agency say he suffered minor injuries, but 2 people have died in the incident.
But Anthony A.J. Joshua has been involved in a deadly car crash, unaliving 2 passengers. So one passed away on the scene instantly, and the other, from my understanding now, has passed away.
Anthony Joshua injured in car crash that has left 2 people dead in Nigeria. A headline that instantly sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Right now, emotions are mixed with confusion because while AJ has reportedly survived, this incident has tragically cost lives, turning a breaking sports story into a deeply serious and sobering moment.
Minor injuries. There were images of Anthony Joshua enjoying his vacation in Nigeria with his friends and everything. Yeah, he has his shirt off and everything because, you know, he's in Africa. It's warm out there. He was just enjoying his time. And unfortunately, there was a car crash.
Reports now confirm that Anthony Joshua's SUV collided with a stationary truck. And tragically, 2 people lost their lives on the spot. While AJ survived with injuries that are not believed to be life-threatening, this incident has already claimed lives, making it a devastating and heartbreaking situation beyond the sport itself.
Established. We do not know the circumstances of the accident. However, the 2 cars collided and 2 individuals were pronounced dead on the scene. Anthony Joshua has injuries, but at this point have not been reported to have been lethal.
This is the moment where concern turns into cautious hope. Eddie Hearn isn't speculating, he's waiting on facts, and that alone shows how serious the situation is. According to the latest reports, Anthony Joshua has been admitted to hospital for treatment and further checks. As this news broke, social media instantly erupted, with fans, fighters, analysts reacting in real time. While early signs suggest no major injuries, the severity of the crash and the tragic loss of life have cast a heavy shadow over what could have been far worse for AJ.
But again, I don't know, so I don't want to say that, but I'm hoping that some of the news we're hearing that it doesn't look like he has any major injuries is true. And that would be fantastic, and obviously be a very lucky boy.
Joe Rogan's reaction instantly ignited debate across social media, adding another layer of controversy to an already tragic story. His comments spread rapidly, with fans dissecting every word amid the shock of the crash. What's clear is that this wasn't just another headline. Anthony Joshua being rushed to hospital after a collision that claimed 2 lives has shaken the boxing world. As opinions fly and emotions run high online, the focus remains on AJ's condition and the family's mourning an irreversible loss.
I mean,
that's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead. Probably, or fucking severely.
Amid this personal reflection, Anthony Joshua was involved in a devastating crash in Nigeria when his SUV collided with a stationary truck. Tragically, 2 people died at the scene. AJ was rushed to hospital with injuries that are reportedly non-life-threatening. The shocking news has spread rapidly across social media, leaving fans and the boxing community in disbelief over the severity of the incident.
I realized that I was working away from home. I was spending time with my friends, and my wife wasn't happy. So I had to kind of look at the decisions I was making, and I had to come back home to boxing, and I had to sacrifice, I had to take a look at my life, make necessary changes to put my love back.
Local authorities have now confirmed the details of this tragic incident. Anthony Joshua's SUV struck a stationary truck, resulting in the deaths of 2 individuals on the spot. AJ was taken to hospital with injuries described as minor, but the severity of the crash and the images circulating online have shaken fans worldwide. The scene paints a sobering reminder of how quickly accidents can turn fatal, even for those used to high-pressure environments.
Police that there was an accident at 9:30 a.m. local time, 8:30 our time, involving two vehicles in which two people have died, and Anthony Joshua has received minor injuries and he's been taken to hospital. So eyewitnesses say Joshua was in a Lexus SUV with 3 other passengers, and he was involved in an accident in which that Lexus collided with a truck that was stationary at the time. And there are videos online of a shaken Joshua being taken out of the car. So local police have confirmed that Joshua has suffered minor injuries, but that 2 people have died in that accident.
Edie Hearn's words highlight the human side behind the headlines. In moments like this, the focus is not on fights or titles, but on care, support, and ensuring the safety of everyone involved. Anthony Joshua's hospitalization and the tragic loss of 2 lives have forced his team to prioritize immediate medical attention and family support above all else, showing the gravity of the situation beyond boxing.
Be there for them and the family, anything they need. You know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy, and as happy as...
Anthony Joshua's collision with a stationary truck has sent shockwaves across the boxing world. While some details remain unclear, including whether anyone else was in the truck, the immediate focus is on AJ and the families affected by the crash. Social media erupted as fans offered prayers, highlighting just how serious the situation is. Even minor injuries feel secondary when 2 lives have tragically been lost.
Joshua's SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news. Unfortunately, Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident in Nigeria. Prayers to Anthony J. Joshua.
The severity of Anthony Joshua's crash is now clear. 2 lives lost and AJ hospitalized with serious injuries. Videos circulating show a shaken Joshua being helped from the SUV, emphasizing the intensity of the collision. Fans and analysts alike are grappling with the tragedy, with the focus firmly on medical attention and recovery, as well as the broader human cost behind this shocking accident.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua, future heavyweight Hall of Famer, has been in a severe car accident which killed 2 people. He is severely injured. He's still alive. There's footage out there of people helping Anthony Joshua out the vehicle. We don't know the details of what happened, if they was in a car accident, if they was just swerving around and lost control. We don't know, but my condolences go out to those who lost their lives. Hopefully it was just, man, a terrible accident. And also, hopefully Anthony Joshua seeks the medical attention that he needs. You know, check the everything, the head, the scan everything, x-ray, MRI, because we don't know if that could be internal bleeding as well. You know, adrenaline is pumping and you may feel like you're not okay, but you got to check everything. But hopefully he heals well, and Godspeed. And again, my condolences go out to those that lost their lives.
This is the human side of the tragedy. Yeah, Anthony Joshua survives, but 2 close friends lose their lives instantly. Liam Go's message underscores the emotional weight behind the headlines, reminding viewers that this is more than a sporting story. Social media reactions have poured in, with fans offering prayers and condolences, reflecting the global shock and concern for AJ and the victims' families.
Anthony Joshua injured in car accident. 2 people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua were friends of his have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the 2 people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say to their friends and families. We'll definitely offer up some prayers for them.
Tony Bellew highlights the precariousness of the situation, noting how Anthony Joshua could have suffered much worse. While AJ survived with injuries, the shock of the accident leaves both him and observers shaken. His apparent dazed state on arrival underscores the intensity of the crash, while Bellew's remarks hint at the resilience and character required to endure such a life-threatening event.
He could get seriously hurt. I don't believe Josh would have. I believe Josh might have some compassion in him.
Frank Warren's update offers clarity amid the chaos following Anthony Joshua's accident. Despite the serious nature of the crash, his team is already planning for a warm-up fight, likely before a major bout with Tyson Fury later in the summer. This shows careful long-term planning, giving Joshua time to recover physically and mentally while maintaining momentum in his career. From a professional standpoint, a structured return fight is crucial to assess his ring readiness and regain confidence after the accident. Warren's strategic insight also reassures fans that Joshua's team is balancing recovery with career progression, highlighting the professionalism behind elite boxing. Even in the aftermath of tragedy, the sports machinery continues, and Joshua's path back to high-level competition is being carefully mapped.
We have a warm-up fight, but if this fight happens, which I believe it will, if it does happen, it will be sometime in late summer. So Tyson, that's another sort of what's at the moment, it's another 7 months away. So he'll certainly have a fight in between, I think.
Johnny Nelson sheds light on the logistical side of boxing at the elite level. Even after Anthony Joshua's accident, contract negotiations for the Tyson Fury fight are moving quickly, showing how the business side of boxing operates independently of external events. Nelson emphasizes the speed at which agreements were finalized once both camps aligned, highlighting Joshua's commitment to returning to the ring. From a professional analyst perspective, these quick contract resolutions are critical. They set timelines for training, recovery, and strategic planning. While fans focus on the accident's immediate impact, the behind-the-scenes contractual work ensures the fight remains viable, maintaining audience interest and promotional schedules. Nelson's commentary demonstrates that elite boxers like Joshua must balance personal recovery with professional obligations, with every decision having implications for performance, public perception, and career trajectory.
They said we were ready to do this. Just Tyson, that was the woman that was dragging his feet, signed a contract in 30 minutes or whatever. So unless I hear it from both.
Duke McKenzie underscores the enduring appeal of a potential Joshua Fury clash, even after AJ's car accident. From a professional standpoint, the fight remains monumental because both athletes continue to represent the pinnacle of heavyweight boxing. McKenzie highlights that while recent events may have temporarily shifted focus, the names Joshua and Fury still dominate global attention. For Joshua, the incident adds a layer of narrative to the fight, overcoming adversity and returning stronger. Analysts see this as a unique challenge, balancing physical recovery with the psychological pressures of facing one of the division's most skilled and experienced fighters. The anticipation is amplified, because this bout is not just about titles but legacy, marketability, and fan engagement, 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 fan engagement. Mackenzie's perspective frames the fight as a defining moment for both careers, keeping boxing's heavyweight narrative alive despite personal setbacks.
Trust you?
It's a fight that interests everybody, isn't it? Because it's still a massive fight. They are still the two biggest names in world boxing. I don't care what anybody says. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are still the two biggest names in world heavyweight boxing.
Simon Jordan provides a professional assessment of both fighters' current status and reputations. Fury's outspoken nature often overshadows his achievements, but Jordan emphasizes his resilience and comeback ability, traits that Joshua will need to match in the ring. Despite his recent accident, AJ's legacy as a positive influence and skilled heavyweight remains intact. Analysts see this context as vital. Joshua must demonstrate both physical recovery and mental toughness to meet Fury's cheat. Jordan frames the narrative as a test of character as much as skill, highlighting that success will depend on preparation, strategy, and focus. From a professional perspective, this matchup combines athletic performance with legacy management, audience expectations, and post-accident scrutiny, making it one of the most significant heavyweight contests of recent years.
Tyson Fury's mouth drags it back into the gutter at times, but I also think that some of his achievements have been quite remarkable. And he's come back and won fights and achieved things at times that I didn't think he could. Anthony Joshua, on the whole, has been a force for good. I think boxing has always been in the public.
Carl Frock provides a pragmatic view of Anthony Joshua's career trajectory following the recent accident. From an analyst's perspective, the Fury fight represents both a challenge and an opportunity. A chance to capitalize financially while testing physical recovery after a life-threatening incident. Frock suggests that Joshua is unlikely to pursue additional world titles, highlighting the business reality of elite boxing, where financial incentives often dictate career decisions. The commentary underscores the delicate balance between legacy, earnings, and performance at the top level. For Joshua, this fight is a critical juncture, proving his readiness, resilience, and ability to compete at the highest level after personal adversity. Frock's analysis frames the bout as a culmination of both athletic skill and strategic career planning, reinforcing that decisions in boxing extend far beyond the ring.
In a fight, Tyson Fury, and then he'll hang his gloves on, making a fortune. That's his route. He's not going to become world champion again, in my opinion.
Anthony Joshua's recent accident shook the boxing world, but the focus now is on his recovery and return to the ring. With a warm-up fight planned and the mega showdown with Tyson Fury on the horizon, AJ's resilience and preparation will define the next chapter of his career. Fans everywhere are watching closely, weighing his physical comeback against the stakes of legacy and financial opportunity. What do you think? Can Joshua overcome this setback and reclaim his dominance, or will Fury have the edge? Comment below with your predictions, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest updates on AJ's journey.